The only requirements were showing up, that being 90% of anything, as you know, putting on some kind of green ball gown from the Goodwill, wherever we didn't care, putting on some kind of tiara, riding in the back of the pickup truck, smiling, waving, and throwing sweet potatoes. Those were the only requirements.
Here at the Lake Austin Spa Resort with Jill Browne, author of all the wonderful Sweet Potato Queen books.
I really didn't get why there should be a sweet potato queen, why it was the most fun you could have in this life, until I came up with the outfits. Now, if you've ever seen any of my books, now I'm not on the cover of this one, the American Thighs, but the earlier books, the actual Sweet Potato Queens are on the covers of the books, and the outfits are, you can see us coming from a long way off. I'm the kid that you could give the refrigerator box to, and that is my theory of life, is that, you know, that refrigerator box, that you have to, one of the greatest talents or gifts you can have in this life is the ability to make your own fun. And a lot of times all you've got to work with is what's between your ears. If you're fortunate, that's enough. Life is hard on a good day, I don't care who you are. And the dressing up funny and acting stupid, like we do, makes it possible to step outside yourself for just a little while and become somebody else for just a little while that doesn't have a worthless ex-husband or a child in therapy or breast cancer, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And it makes you just a little bit stronger spiritually to go back and tote that load when you have to. And in my experience, the load will be there when you go back. Nobody will come and get it while you're gone playing.
You were sharing earlier about how you came to write books.
When one of the newspapers dropped my story, I needed to replace, it was $300 a month, it was my light bill. And so that was the only reason why I ever tried to do anything more. Very few situations in life that you really and truly can't change. And but that survival is not the strongest human drive. If survival was the strongest drive we had, there would be no battered women. It would happen one time, they would leave. The strongest drive we have is familiarity, that we want everything to be the same, even when it's terrible. And, you know, we want the devil we know as opposed to, you know, we hate change.
Scary, exactly.
Yes, and but I mean, at some point you just have to get to where, you know, okay, change can only be different. It can't be worse. And it might be better.
Yeah.
It might be better. And so it's, you know, you get where it's, you know, worth it to step out. I believe that there are only two forces at work in our lives at any time. There's fear and love. That anything negative that we experience or feel or think, if you go to the bottom of it, there's a fear there somewhere. It's really, it may feel like anger, but it's really fear. And on the other hand is love. God is love. What is all-encompassing can have no opposite. So we should not fear. And I found support for that actually in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Choice is the most important word in our language. If you ain't loving your life, change it. Life is too short and too long to spend it doing anything that doesn't make your heart sing. The first time in 1982 that I rode in the back of that pickup truck and smiled and waved and threw sweet potatoes, I did say out loud, somebody will pay me to do this. And as far as I know, I'm the world's only full-time professional sweet potato queen. You know, I believe that laughter and sex and chocolate are three of the greatest blessings we're given as human beings. And if my books can bring a little bit of any or all of that to your life, it is my contribution to world peace, and you are welcome.